Hi there. My name is Maria Esposito. I'm a holistic therapist. I use all my knowledge and skill through nutrition, craniosacral therapy, healing, and an NLP, mindfulness meditation as well. Now, I use all the skills from, let's say, from babies of possible C-section, ventouse, and traumatic birth, but also non-traumatic. I'm always surprised when everything is amazingly well. The birth went really, really well. And still, the baby sometimes has got some kind of colic reflex, but also tightness, and something is not quite right. And nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it goes away by itself, sometimes it doesn't, especially if they start not sleeping. So it's important that with the baby as well as the mother actually does have a treatment with craniosacral therapy. And the reason for that is that there might be something during pregnancy or even before, sometimes some stress related. And this is not to blame the parents or the mother that is carrying the baby, and therefore they're emotional. Sometimes it's normal, going up and down with the emotions. And I always suggest pregnant women to talk to the baby and touch them and read the same book that they want them to know, or their favorite childhood book, if they did have a book, or just choose one that they want to read to the baby, a song, or the day sing, or we know now from all the research that the babies are very sensitive. They do feel pain, and that was something ages ago wasn't allowed to say, even that the babies did feel pain. So they do feel every emotions, and doesn't mean that mentally, it's just emotions that they probably don't know what it is and how to deal with it. And so with craniosacral therapy, we do physical part as well as the whatever emotional part it is. And how I work anyway, I also allow, most of us allow the baby to tell us what's going on. And so I allow the space for that. And as I trained also with fascial unwinding, I do also have that skill, and so that I connect to the fascia, and you can see clearly on the day that how the fascia will unwind, how whatever it is stored in that fascia or in the cells or whatever is going on, it will kind of clear and unwind. And that can, whatever the baby has got, it can be dyschezia, which is kind of really hard to go stools, and therefore they get constipated, they get gas, they get a lot of things, or quite the opposite. And reflux or sleeping, really they really fight the sleep. Also, they don't want to go to sleep. So it's kind of a lot on the baby. But the good things with babies is that they respond really, really well, and same with children. And so 1 or 2 session, max 3, will adjust. There are some babies that needs a little bit more that isn't a bit unusual, but it can happen. And so, and if that happens, you need to go with that. Now, what that's with baby, with children as well. They're really, really sensitive. They're still, depending how young they are, they still feel the person energy, and what I say is that they recognize when someone has got a good intention and not. That's the inner wisdom that they have, and so they avoid going with the energy that I don't want. So they do recognize that, and they love, the energy. They can see more. They don't know what to do with it. They think it's normal, and so with babies, they think it's normal. They don't question what they feel or what the energy is. The other, for adults, obviously it takes much longer for adults, but again, with craniosacral therapy, can go from physical to emotional, mental, and for some people, spiritual as well, depending on what level they are of themselves, but also quite often, if or very spiritual people, if they're too high, then they don't really want to go into their body. They don't really want to feel the body or feel the pain or feel their emotions, and so, which means the vagal nerve is constantly on alert, because it's not connecting, it's not centered, it's not grounded. The world is always absolutely a danger, and that can be from food to people to places, to life itself. So it becomes a little bit harder. And in others, it can actually, the pain or the trauma can go into their bones, into the fascia, so it's called somatic emotion, which craniosacral also releases that somatic emotion from the bones, from the fascia, and as therapists, we also heal. We also need to go into our process of healing. And the more we heal, the more we connect with our heart, the more knowledge we have. And I kind of balance the scientific part with the energetic part. So I combine the two. I always work from my heart, but also combining all the knowledge and skills that I have. So whatever I do, it's for the person highest good, and whatever I suggest. I each person will want to is attracted to different people. So I don't have all the answer, and sometimes the people need to find other answer. It can be a counselor or psychologist or massage therapist or an osteopath, whatever it is that they feel it's for them, they will go. But with craniosacral therapy, as I said, I also use NLP quite often for the emotions, especially if they're old emotions, and mindful meditation. So I do teach some skills, for the person, for some tools that the person can use even when they are by themselves, but even just by grounding the person and working on the vagal nerve. And the vagal nerve is this wonder nerve that goes and actually is in contact with the heart, the physical heart, the digestive system, the thoughts, the mind. So everything is connected to that, and has got different branches, and so we work on that as well. And there are big bundles called amygdala on the sides of our head, and that is where we also senses, or the eyes, the ears, and everything senses the danger, and the danger is signaled to the part of the brain called the hypothalamus, which will also get this cascade of stress, or the opposite, calming down, and all that is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, and also the different parts of our head, and hence, as a craniosacral therapist, we go in different parts of the head as well as the body. I do work in North London, and just look at my website for more information how it works, if this is something that you want to do and you're drawn to. Right now, in this moment in time, we do need more help. There is a lot more chaos that we can handle. So if you feel that you are not coping well and you need to get rid of something, do get your own treatments, and do come for treatments, because everywhere, or wherever you are actually, but it's important that we settled and we're aligned with the highest good of what we can do, and can do here on earth, whatever you need to do. So thank you for listening.